I'm going to take a lot of breaths right now. Because it's so hard to breathe.
So how about that spider nest?
I just found a spider nest that was huge.
In your house?
In my house. On the wall. I don't hate spiders. I actually really love spiders, and that's probably why I have a nest the size... I feel like that was bigger than a quarter.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, the base of it is probably smaller, but the whole thing is definitely bigger than a quarter.
Yeah.
I don't mind spiders. But, and so when I was living in the closet, and I don't mean that figuratively.
No, you lived in an actual closet.
When I was living in my friend's closet, and it had a window that went to it was like looked out on the backyard, their backyard, or back patio, I should say. And, but there was tons and tons of ivy along that wall and all up in the window and stuff. And eventually they cleared it out. But when I was there was, of course, spiders love ivy. And when I first moved in, there was just like tons of spiders in my window. And I didn't mind for the longest time. And then like one day, I don't know why, suddenly I was just like, oh, you know what it was? It was somebody was telling me about brown recluse spiders. And then I totally freaked out. And I was like, I have to get rid of all these spiders. But there were tons of those like sacks and stuff. And I just like, for the longest time, I was just like, I don't bother them. They don't bother me.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. But
then I kind of freaked out, though.
The poisonous ones do scare me because, one, I don't know what they look like.
Yeah.
Two, I guess they're everywhere in LA.
Yeah, they're common. They're really common, and even in urban areas in LA because there's so much of like the type of plants that they like.
Yeah.
And and the thing about identifying them is like everybody's like, oh, they have a mark on their belly, and I'm just like, I can't see their belly. Like,
I know. How do you get to their belly? What are you doing?
How do you know that? You
also,
just, like, why are you acting like that's like so easy to identify?
I'm not worried about like a spider crawling on me while I'm awake and biting me. Yeah. I'm worried about while I'm sleeping.
Me too.
Because that's when you're going to piss off a spider. You're going to like roll on it.
because you do like something weird. And then that person told me that that you can only get the antidote once in your life because then you develop like a immunity to the antidote or something.
What?
I don't know if that's true, but that's what they told me, and that's what freaked me out. I was like, because they were telling me the story about how their roommate's girlfriend got bit one night, and she was like, I forget, but it was crazy. And then she had to go to the hospital, and they gave her the shot or whatever, and they were like, okay, but you can't get this again or something. And I was like, is that real? And you know what? I probably should look it up at some point, but that's just how I live my life, just assuming that that's accurate.
Yeah, just whatever people tell you is accurate. So I watch a lot of reality television, and there's a really good show called Alone, and it's these people they're dropped off in remote locations, so like they were
Is this a reality show?
Yeah.
This sounds horrifying.
It's fascinating.
Did they give you anything?
You're allowed to take survival supplies with you. Like there's a list online. The show's actually really good about being transparent with how they film things, and so you can go online and you can look at everyone's list of what they brought with them. So, and they're on Vancouver Island and Patagonia. Those were different seasons. Patagonia was really terrifying.
Islands have scary wildlife.
They do.
Because they don't have as much like intermingling and evolution. Like that's why Australia has such crazy stuff.
Yeah. It's terrifying. And this woman one of the contestants got bit by a spider, and she was like, okay, I think we're gonna have to go home because I don't know what kind of spider this was, and it was like huge and it was infected, and she's like, I might have to go home. She was also an herbalist. Like that's what she did. And so she made like medicine for her leg and healed her leg. And I know that like people do that sort of thing. But it was so impressive that this woman is just, like, on this island.
She just went and found, like, what she needed.
Yeah, and then she made, like, a balm and put it on her leg and healed her leg. And I was just like, you are the coolest human.
That's amazing.
And the women on that show are really cool because they, like, they have such a different approach than the men do. And they usually go into it, like, I don't necessarily... Because there is a prize at the end. But when you're watching the show, that doesn't necessarily matter, but because a lot of the women, they'll go into it with like, I just want to have this experience and kind of like learn more about myself just being alone, because they don't even have like a camera crew filming. They film everything themselves.
Oh, like Survivor Man?
Yeah, and they go through like weeks of training just to learn how to use a camera and like sound equipment, and it's really cool. But the lady healing her spider bite, like, awesome and amazing.
It's on my list of things I wish I was.
I know.
Like, I wish I could do, like, heal myself. You know, those things.
I wish I could do.
Survival things.
I wish I could, too. I mean,
like, build a fire without matches.
I think I could do... Well, a lot of the people on this show don't even do that. And
really?
The thing about these contestants is that they're not just, like, regular people.
Right.
They actually, like, have a background in this. There's a reason why they're doing it. And even a lot of them use a ferro rod, then they don't just make it themselves. Like, one guy lost his ferro rod. It fell into the fire, and he was sleeping, so he couldn't, like, he didn't know.
That's the thing that, like, sparks.
Yeah, it's like it starts
like
the fire.
Like that thing they used to have in science class.
Yeah, kind of.
What was that called? I don't know, but that was cool because it, like, you just said
yeah,
and it would just spark.
Yeah, but these people, they end up using something else to start a fire because it's hard to do, and everything's wet.
Well, yeah, especially in Canada.
Yeah, because of Washington
the
area,
snow and the rain.
Yeah, the rain. They get a lot of rain.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, I wish I could do that. It was fascinating.
I wish we had rain.
I wish we had rain too, and not fire.
I know.
It's so hard to breathe right now.
Yeah, it's not. The air quality is not great right now, and also my car is the dirtiest it's ever been.
Yeah,
because of the ash. And I'm so embarrassed. Like, I keep saying, oh, I'm going to get my car washed today. And my mom is coming into town tomorrow, so I really have to do it tomorrow morning because she will be like, why is your car so dirty? Do you ever wash it? That's how my mom sounds.
That's how my mom sounds.
And I'll be like, Mom, there was a fire.
I have an excuse, Mom.
And I've been really busy getting ready for the Emmys.
Don't have time to wash my car. We need to wash our car too. I was standing outside of my parking garage with my boss the other day, and she saw my car and
I bet she had words about that.
Yeah, she's like, I need to wash my car, and I was like, oh, I need to wash my car too. And she made a comment about how, like, her comment was kind of like, oh, well, I have to have someone hand wash my car.
Okay.
And it was just like, why are you comparing yourself right now to me?
It's
like, you
it's
are
not a competition.
Almost 70 years old. Stop it.
And you have no children.
You have no children.
So you didn't send anyone to college.
No.
You have disposable income.
You didn't pay for your college. Like, lady, please stop. Please stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, my car is dirty.
Dirty car.
It has a layer of ash on it. And I have a white car too, so...
Oh yeah, mine's silver, so it's probably not as bad as your white one, but it's not great. It doesn't look great.
It's not cute.
I think the worst part of it is because I park my car in a carport at home, and my building was built in 1952. So it's old, and cars were not that big in the 50s, and so now we have modern cars in there, and it's really tight, and I'm always, like, I keep rubbing up against it on my way to get into the car, And then I just look like a dirty, like, sloppy person.
Dirty, sloppy
with just,
person.
like, ash all over my jeans.
So you mentioned that you're getting ready for the Emmys.
Yes.
We've been busy, you guys.
Yeah, we've been really busy.
Sorry about that.
My best friend got married, so I was back east for a while, doing that thing, and spending some time with my family. And sorry, guys, that we didn't give you a heads up that we weren't going to be around for a little bit.
We didn't really anticipate it.
Well, things just like happen so quickly, and we kind of lost track of schedule and time and stuff. So
it happens.
I've been getting ready for Emmys at work, which is, I don't know, might have already happened by the time you listen to this. I don't know when we're putting this out. So there's lots of stuff going on, and we keep being like, when are we going to put a new episode out? So what are we doing right now? This is not a real episode. It's a special little mini episode where we just tell you what we're up to and what we have planned, because it's not the end of SheSplain. We're coming back. This is just a hiatus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we want to take the time to now spend planning for our next release so that it's really, really great. And we have some ideas and things that we're percolating right now. Yeah. Yeah, so we have things percolating. I think of coffee when I think of that word.
Yeah, I mean,
percolate.
I think of that song, but yeah, coffee.
And so with the success of our Please Believe Me Doc episodes, we wanted to look into another topic that we might be able to get some more personal experiences and submissions from our audience. And something that's been popping up a lot in our personal feeds on the social medias, and just I'm seeing lots of articles about it. It's just, there's a lot, it's being talked about a lot right now, is multi-level marketing. It's like those LuLaRoe, Jamberry, Isogenics. What's that big fitness one?
Oh, I don't know about the fitness one, but there's one that's
Lip Sense.
Ugh.
You know what I mean, because I'm sure you're getting added to all these Facebook groups from people that you went to middle school with, and you're like, I didn't even realize I was friends with this person on Facebook. You know what bothers me? I'm sure we'll go into more detail about this.
What bothers me the most about this is not about this. Okay, what bothers me when this happens to me is that I will leave a Facebook group.
And then you get added back in.
That
just happened to me this week.
I hate that. I said, no, I don't want to be a part of this.
I swear that I removed myself and said block from being re-added.
Yes.
And I still got added again.
Yes.
And I think what this girl did was started a new group.
Yes, they do. They start new groups.
And I think I'm just going to have to defriend her. And I'm probably going to send her a message first and be like, this is a Lip Sense one.
Oh.
And I'm just going to be like, please stop.
Lip Sense is interesting. I actually just, because I watch a lot of reality TV, I was watching Teen Mom 2. And the girl, I forgot, I wanted to send this to you. Because one of the girls gets sucked into Lip Sense.
Ooh. And
the way that it's pushed on her, they're filming it. Mm-hmm. It's like a friend from her gym, like talking to her about this. And it's just really interesting because you can tell that she's reading off the script that she has memorized in her head.
Yeah.
And then the other girl is just kind of like, oh, okay, like, maybe. And then, but it works. It worked.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting. So we'll talk about that.
We definitely will. And so we want to hear from you guys about your experiences. Have you ever been involved with one personally? Have you ever been solicited by friends? Have you ever had a relationship deteriorate because of someone else's involvement. Any kind of firsthand experience that you have, you can send us a written account, or you can also get on your iPhone or whatever cool. You get on your iPhone 10. Don't do that. Get on your iPhone 10 and then you go to voice memos. I have it in a folder called utilities, but I'm sure other people have it in different places.
I have an Android, so I think I had to download one. I'm sure there's one.
It's probably
on
free.
The Android, but
right?
Yeah, it was free, and it's actually really nice.
Oh yeah. So you just go and you go to your voice memo or voice recorder or whatever you have on your phone, and you can just put yourself in the closet or a quiet room, or don't, whatever. We don't care if there's babies or dogs in the background.
Yeah, my dog's in the background all the time.
So just put yourself in a quiet room and just talk like you're talking to a friend, or like you can just picture us because we're super cute and cool.
Yeah.
And just tell us about your experience, and then you can just go ahead and email that voice memo, the audio file to SheSplainPodcast@gmail.com. And we'll have a listen, and if it fits into our program,
it probably will.
We'll share it with the rest of our audience, because I think that having the personal touch really,
I like
something.
having listener input. I think it makes it interactive.
Yeah, and it seems like the issue with doctors, this is something that affects most women I know in some way. I know several people just from my Facebook that are doing them, and I have one she's on her second one. She tried to recruit me like way back, like ages ago, and that didn't go well, obviously. Yeah,
I know somebody who does the Jamberry. Mm-hmm. That's the like nail stickers, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they were like, I love your nails. Try these. I'm good with what I'm doing, actually.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't want that. But she also does, I think there's a candle one. And then another one on top of it.
Oh, is it the wax melt one?
I think. Yes.
Yeah.
And then she's another one on top of it. And it's just like, one, how do you have time to care about all this stuff? Mm-hmm. Like, I know you're a mom. Like, how I don't even have time to, like, do things that I actually want to be doing.
Yeah.
And if this is something that you do and you enjoy doing it and you have a good experience, we want to know that too.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. If there's the other side to it, let's hear it. I mean, I would love to hear a positive experience.
I would too.
Because we like to stay open and just open to possibilities that our perspective is not the only one, because it's not.
No.
And we know that.
We're not right about everything.
Well,
most of the time we are.
Pretty much all right. I mean, if you and I agree on something, we're probably right.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one way you can participate and be more involved with SheSplain, or just have your say in your moment of fame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not really.
Famous.
And we also want to ask a favor of everyone. And that is, if you can do one thing for us, is just to pick your favorite episode of SheSplain and send it to 1 or 5 or 10 of your friends. Maybe like you have 5 friends and you pick one specific to each friend that you think they'll really like.
Yeah. Because
you're like, oh, this person's really into Halloween, so I'm going to send them the witch hunt episode.
Yeah.
Which is not really that Halloween-y, but it kind of is. It's kind of on topic.
Yeah.
Or maybe you know someone that works in the medical field and you want to send them the please believe me doc so that they can write us an angry letter and tell us how we're wrong.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's cool, too.
And what you do is you send it to 5 friends.
Mm-hmm. And then they send it to 5 friends.
And eventually, you will get a pink Cadillac. That's how that works.
Exactly.
If you get enough people.
Yeah. Yeah. So do that. Disclaimer, we're not actually giving away cars.
I mean...
That was a joke.
I didn't say a full-size pink Cadillac.
Ooh.
So...
Okay, should we give away little mini pink Cadillac?
We could, and we could have SheSplain on the side.
Oh my god.
If you send this to 5 people.
Okay. Copyright. TM.
Yep.
And then what's the other thing that we want our listeners to do? That we always want them to do. And we always forget about. Just say at the end of the episode.
Oh.
You're like, what do we ask
I don't know. What?
Do we do
that? If you could...
I don't know why I asked you to say it.
I don't know.
Because you always forget.
I do too.
It's 3 R's.
Rate. Review.
No, wait, it's not 3 R's. Why did I say 2 R's and an S?
Okay. Rate, review, and subscribe. I was just really confused.
Because I said 3 R's, I was misleading you.
Rate, review, subscribe. That would be helpful.
Yeah, and again, it's so easy to just give us a star rating. Yeah. You don't even have to write a review. You just go on iTunes on your phone or on your computer, and you just, like, do the little star thing, and it's so easy. So easy. It is. You just give us 5 stars, because anything less is just rude, like an Uber driver.
Rude. Is it rude to rate your Uber driver less than 5 stars?
Haven't you had drivers that have signs that are like, less than 5 stars is hurting my way of my living, my earning potential, or like,
what?
Have you seen those?
No.
Oh. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I wonder if at some point they got in trouble for doing that, though, because I haven't seen them in a while. And also, maybe that's just Uber, because I don't think I've ever seen it in Lyft.
I've never seen that, ever.
Although I did once have a Lyft driver try to sell me some beauty products. So, I reported her.
What?
Yeah, she worked it into the conversation in a way that was, like, not totally off topic and out there, but it was like, okay, you were obviously looking for an opportunity to bring this up. And it was some kind of, like, lotions or something. Like, I actually just found her card in my mini backpack, because this was when I was going to Universal, and I just, like, threw it in my backpack, and I guess it stayed there. And that's why I remembered that this happened, because I totally forgot about it.
You know, I don't know what it's like for other people in other cities with Uber and Lyft, but in LA, I feel like, and New York, I feel like a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers, for me, are using it as an opportunity to network, and it makes me uncomfortable, and I don't appreciate it.
I mean, that has to be against their contract.
It has to be. Like, I don't...
It's just disrespectful, because you're paying for a service.
Yeah.
You're paying for a service. And I don't need to be advertised to when I'm already paying you.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, like Hulu with ads. It's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
I don't know how they got away with that for so long.
I don't know.
So, TL, when you're telling people about SheSplain, what episode do you tell them to start with?
Ooh.
Are you a purist? Are you like, start from the beginning?
No. No, because I think that they work well as standalone episodes. I mean, there are some things that we call back to now that we have more kind of under our belt. Yeah, like Dolly Parton. Just sitting.
Just saying Dolly.
Just talking about Dolly. But I do like our witch episode. So, I mean, I thought that was a lot of fun. And
that was our first recording.
I know. That was when Jake was still here.
I know.
You guys,
Jakey.
Hi, Jakey. I know you're listening. We miss you. Move back here.
Oh, come back, Jake. Come back.
Come back.
Come back.
For our listeners, Jake lived with me for a minute and he moved away.
Yeah.
So we're really bummed out about it.
Yeah. I usually tailor what I suggest to the person.
I do too.
But because we live in LA and everybody's into entertainment, I like to tell people the Hollywood episode because I think that one's like a really good example. It's easy to ease into.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too it's definitely not highbrow because we're never highbrow, but it's very accessible because everybody watches some kind of media.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I think in the future we should do like a problematic episode where we've talked about doing this in the past, where we discuss things that either we really like or we kind of didn't realize were problematic when we saw them.
Yeah.
Like, I'll bring up the movie 50-50 again because that is some bullshit, but it just made me
have to talk about
so
that again.
Mad. Just using it as an example.
I mean, I still love you, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but
that was fucked up.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, and if you have suggestions for that, send them along. We don't know when we're going to do that, but
yeah. And we have ideas for more future episodes that will be coming up later this year and early next year. We're maybe not going to share that just yet.
No.
But stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Rate, review, and subscribe.
And share.
2
R's, 2 S's.
2 R's, 2 S's.
Yeah. Like, just tell 5 people. Tell 5 people at least. And then tell them about another podcast that you like because support all podcasts.
And hey, we have stickers. So if you want to spread those around too, just give us a holler.
Yes.
We'll mail you stickers.
Or if you send us a screenshot of you sending a link of a podcast episode to your friend.
Yeah.
We will send you a sticker in the mail.
Yeah.
And so what do we have? I don't remember. I have a few different ones. The stickers.
I have the SheSplain.
Oh, okay. I have, I think I have... What are the options? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know. I'll make you a sticker. And it will say whatever you want it to say.
Well, as long as it's cool and feminist.
Well, yeah. I'm not going to just write dicks. I'll send you a sticker that said I shared the SheSplain podcast and all I got was the sticker.
Yes.
I like that.
I like it too.
So.
Or one that says like, I can't remember any of our stickers.
We'll just send you a sticker of Dolly Parton's face.
Oh my god.
That says SheSplain under it.
Yes.
Why not?
Or we'll send you a handmade Dolly Parton Christmas ornament.
Yes. A topper for your tree.
Yes. I mean, why haven't we started making those yet?
Because we're really busy.
We're so busy, you guys.
Guys, it's a Tuesday. It's a Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
Look, that's how busy we are. We never record on a weeknight.
Oh my god, no.
Because we have jobs. We're adults.
We have jobs. We're adults. Usually on Wednesday nights I do laundry.
Speaking of being adults and jobs and feminists, just a quick story for you guys. Last night I went out. I don't usually go out on the weekends. It was a friend's birthday, so I went...
Weekdays.
Weekdays, that's what I meant.
Mm-hmm. Oof. Oh, hold on. This plane's loud. I'll start over. Aren't the flights done for the night?
Ugh. Not for like another 20
Fucking Burbank. My mom's flying into Burbank.
Nice.
Yeah, thank God, because I did not want to drive down to LAX tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be a nightmare. Gross. And then she's taking the shuttle from Van Nuys on Tuesday to get to LAX. And I was like, because I have to go to work, and our flight's at, like, 11 a.m., so I wouldn't be able to do it. She's like, I'll just take the shuttle. And I was like, yeah.
Nice.
Yes. I did, like, the 90s. Yes.
Yes.
90s style is coming back right now, and I love it. All the velour. All the chokers.
Oh, yeah. There's so much velour going on. Oh, okay. So.
Oh, yeah. Tell the story.
I don't usually go out on Tuesdays. It's a weekday. I don't usually do weekday nights out, but it was a friend's birthday, so I went. I got a little drunky, and I told my husband while I was drunk that if Hillary had won the election, there would be no hurricanes because she would have stopped them. And you know what? I'm not totally sure that that's wrong.
I think, Trump's not responsible.
Exactly.
For it.
Exactly.
Prove that he's not.
Exactly. I also started crying because I was afraid that one of our friends was going to turn into George Costanza when he grows up.
You mean Bud?
I mean Bud. I was like,
you can say it. He doesn't listen.
He doesn't listen. He's not supportive in that
way.
What
if he secretly listens and he's just like tallying all the things that we say about him?
We don't really say bad things.
No, we're just kind of making fun of him.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever said anything that we on the podcast that we would not say to his face.
Did he text you today to tell you about his Twitter thing?
No, what happened to him on Twitter?
He texted me and he was like, hey, bud. I was like, what? He's like, hold on, I'm going to read it. Oh, no, sorry. It wasn't Twitter, it was Instagram. Hey, bud. Janet from The Good Place replied to a comment I made on Insta.
Oh, he loves when that happens.
I was like, that's great.
That's funny.
I mean, she's great. She's so cute and funny. And I love her.
That show.
But, like, good for you, Bud.
Fun.
Social media points.
Fun. Social media points.
5 points for Bud.
5 points. Hey, speaking of social medias, we've got that.
Oh, yeah.
You could follow us on social media.
Yep. We're
at SheSplain Podcast.
Almost everywhere.
Almost everywhere.
Are we at SheSplain somewhere?
I don't think so.
On Twitter? No, we're at SheSplain Podcast everywhere.
Yeah.
Follow us there.
But we own that domain, so don't even try.
Yeah. Don't even.
All of the domains.
Don't even try. SheSplain.com. SheSplainPodcast.com. SheSplain?
There's another podcast called She Said. That's not us.
That's not us.
I mean, listen to it if you want to.
Yeah, they might be cool.
It's not us.
Yeah. We're not saying they're not cool.
We're just saying we haven't listened to it.
We have not listened.
They probably won't just because we're so busy.
So busy. Yeah, that's my biggest frustration about being busy and also about having a really short commute. And I know that's not something I should complain about because it's lovely and I love going home for lunch. But I just don't have time to listen to podcasts anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And that's really sad for me because I love podcasts.
I do too. That's what I miss about driving myself now to work is when I used to take the metro, or sometimes I still do, but it's just having that chunk of time to not have to drive, not have to worry about anything, and just sit and listen to a podcast was so nice. Or to just sit and read. It was wonderful.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm behind on even the ones that I'm an avid listener of.
Yeah, me too.
It's so hard. Life is so hard.
It's so hard in LA.
It's so hard. It's so hard. It's actually cool out tonight.
Because it's fall.
It's amazing. Pumpkin spice. Apparently there's pumpkin spice Cheerios now.
I saw that.
Do they taste good?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I can't imagine that they wouldn't taste good.
I mean, I feel like that's probably a good combo.
Yeah, I don't know. There are things that I look at it and I'm like, ew, that does not need to be pumpkin spice ever. No. I can't think of one right now. But I mean,
cream cheese.
Oh yeah, gross.
No.
Salmon cream cheese though. It's delicious. Just eat that. Just eat it without anything. Just my finger.
Yes.
Just tub.
Put some green onion on top.
Yeah.
Scallions. Yeah. That's what my mom calls them.
That's what my grandma used to call them.
Is that like an old-timey thing?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of thing that is.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes. Pumpkin spice. I'm not actually a pumpkin spice fan. Like, I don't really like pumpkin spice lattes. I don't like drinky things that are pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
So any of the coffee creamers, I'm not really into that. No. I mean, I'll have one pumpkin spice latte.
And then you're like, yeah, okay, I did that.
Yeah. I don't need to do it again.
It's fine.
I don't need.
Yeah, I think my big thing for fall is the, do they still do the red velvet? At Coffee Bean?
I
that's
think so. Oh, that's so good.
Amazing.
You guys, you gotta treat yourself.
I love it.
Around Christmas.
Speaking of amazing, what is Casey Wilson up to?
Oh, I don't know, but I love her so much. I bet she would be on our podcast if she knew us. She definitely.
Let's just call her up and ask.
Yeah. We have to know someone that knows her.
Oh yeah.
So if you're listening and you know her.
How many degrees between us and Casey Wilson?
I don't know, but I think she'd be friends. I think she'd want to do the friend thing.
Definitely want to hang out with us.
Yeah.
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 I mean, she doesn't even have a hit TV show right now. I still love you.
And that Casey is Wilson. A tragedy.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for happy endings to come back.
And I will always hold out hope for that. Always. That's so funny.
Isn't it amazing that we live in a time where that's actually a possibility?
Yeah, it is happening with a lot of things.
That could happen.
Yeah.
It could come back.
It could.
It could come back. As long as they don't replace anyone.
No.
That's, not available. Although, when they did that in Wet Hot American Summer.
I loved it. We haven't talked about Wet Hot American Summer.
Right.
A lot of people hated it.
But the thing is, how do you hate it? It's so ridiculous.
I saw so many super pretentious articles that were like, it has nothing to say anymore. And it's just
what do you want it to be? It never had anything to say.
That's not what it was. You don't get it. You're not getting it. I thought it was so funny.
It was the silliest. And that was what was great about it.
I loved when they replaced
Bradley Cooper with Adam Scott, unexplained.
It was so funny. And I love that. I love that there's nothing the same besides that they're white guys about them. They're not the same height.
They're nothing alike.
No.
Nothing alike. And then they'd have so it was Bradley Cooper in the flashback, and then at the very beginning, and then also when they showed pictures from camp, it was Bradley Cooper in the pictures, and it's just I love those unexplained inconsistencies that are just, they're so ridiculous. There are a lot of those in this season.
Yeah.
That are really good. Did I tell you that Bud tried to gaslight me because
Bud!
So I was like, Bud, are you excited for the new season of Wet Hot American Summer? And he was like, what do you mean season? I was like, what do you mean? What do I mean? He was like, is it going to be a TV series this time? And I was like, but it just was a TV series last year. And he was like, no, it was like a movie. And I was like, no, wait, what? No. Wait, was it? And I had to look it up because he
does that all the time.
Doubt myself.
He does it all the time.
And I was so sure. And then he was like, nah, bud, it was a movie, the original. And just, no.
He does that all the time. He did that to me a couple weeks ago. We were in a classic video game store. And he said that he was buying The Sims for his Xbox. And I was like, oh, did you have it?
An Xbox?
Yeah, they had it. It started with GameCube. And I know this because I had it for GameCube when I was a kid. And I was like, Bud, did you ever play it? Did you play the game mode? Because there's story mode and then there's game mode. Or maybe it's not called story mode. Mm-hmm. Well, but there's a mode where it's an actual game. And you have things that you have to accomplish.
Oh, yeah.
And he was just like, oh, but that's not The Sims. That's like Sims busting out or something like that. And I was just like, no, it was The Sims because I remember it being The Sims and I had it. And he's like, no, that's like, I think that's an expansion. And I was just like, no, I had it for GameCube. You can't do expansions. Like, on a GameCube, you couldn't do that. And he's just like, oh, well, yeah, I don't know about that, but I'm pretty sure that it wasn't The Sims. It was, like, later on. And it's just like, no. And
just
then
admit that you're wrong, man.
Yeah, but then I started to think, like, oh, maybe it wasn't The Sims, and, like, I'm wrong. And then I was like, oh, I can check this out real quick. And so I just walked over to, like, the Nintendo aisle, and there it was, The Sims. It had story mode and game mode. Yep. And I was like, oh, look, see, I was right. Like, pointing at it. And he's just like, oh, uh-huh. And then just walked away.
It's so unsatisfying when you prove him wrong because he doesn't give you the satisfaction.
Also, because I don't think he even believes you sometimes.
Yeah, even though you're like, I was like, literally, like, look, it says 10 episodes. And he was like, really?
Yeah.
Like, yes, I'm looking at it right here on IMDb. Like, look at this.
Yes.
And he was like, maybe we just watched them all in one day. And I was like, well, yeah, we probably did do that.
Yeah. It probably felt like a movie, yeah.
But Trash Talking Bud.
Trash Talking
Bud.
Is that going to be
our
a new segment? Trash Talking Bud. Yeah. Definitely not trash talking you, bud.
No, we're recycle talking you.
One more thing. One of my favorite things about being a podcaster and not a YouTubie is that I'm sitting here in my jams.
You're always in your jams.
I'm always in my jams. Always. Because if I'm home, I'm probably going to be in my pajamas.
Yeah. I'm wearing sport socks. Because that's what I wear under my boots.
Oh, yeah. You gotta have, sports socks are better for boots. Because
they're like grippier?
Yeah, and they breathe.
They breathe. Speaking of boots, did you get your boots yet?
No.
Because
I actually didn't check out my order.
Mine said they're not coming till next week. I'm not happy about it.
So we're talking about Charlotte Russe.
Charlotte Russe had this amazing sale, and I was like, hey, Charlotte Russe. I messaged you, and you're like, oh. And then you're like, oh, now I'm on the website and want to buy boots. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to buy anything because I'm not really buying clothes right now. So, like, if you want to use my style cash, you totally can. And then I started looking at the boots, and then I was like, oh, I'm totally going to order boots.
I ordered a lot of boots. I actually ended up cutting my order in half.
Boots are like my pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the fall weather comes out, I'm like,
that's all I want to do.
Boots. I need to order new boots.
I need them. I was very close to ordering above the knee boots. I was really worried about the ankles,
never gonna fit, though.
I might try them in the store.
Yeah, I tried last year to find some over the knee, but I couldn't find any that fit my calves and my lower thighs. I was like, what is that part of the body called? I couldn't find them.
They had plus size because I need plus size for my thighs.
Yeah.
But kind of like, and they're actually really good about this. I think we talked about it before where like plus size clothing, it's still like not made for most plus size women. So for me, I have to buy like a size up to fit my thighs, but it's big in my waist and really big in my ankles. But Charlotte, they're really good about that, so I never have to do that with their pants.
They have different proportions. It's like they're more for curvy ladies.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, like they just like it's for like a more broader group of people than what most people do. They're really good about it with their pants. So I think that they would probably be good about it with their boots too.
Yeah.
But boots are a little harder because of the structure. I don't know. I'm going to try it and I'll take a picture and put it on Instagram for you guys.
Why doesn't every website should have photo reviews like Amazon?
Yes.
I think
everyone
should
participate that more. ModCloth does.
Yeah.
They're really good about that, but I don't like... I had to stop buying stuff from ModCloth because, one, I just feel like they're way overpriced with the quality of what you're getting.
I think the quality's gone down a lot over the years, and that's people's main complaint. Yeah,
the quality's just not the same, and the prices are still pricey for what it is. But their shoes, they don't... Because ModCloth, it's curated. So it's all these different sellers that they're buying from, and the way that their shoes fit are inconsistent.
Right, because they're a bunch of different...
Yeah. And so, like, I never know what I'm getting. And, like, sometimes they'll have, like, oh, we're the only ones who sell these Doc Martens. And I'm like, oh, well, I can buy these because I know that this is a brand that works, but that's not very often.
Yeah. And plus, for their prices, I feel like if you're going to spend what you would spend at ModCloth and you're into vintage style clothing, you might as well just go to Pinup Girl or Unique Vintage, because their quality is way better.
Pinup Girl has, like, their quality. I love everything about, like, the way their clothes fit, the material that they use.
Yeah.
They're so good about it. I just bought a dress that was like $200, but it's totally worth it.
Did you get
I got the monster one with the peplum. I'm going to wear it to our friend's wedding.
Oh my God.
Beans, if you're listening, I'm going to wear it to your wedding.
She's now of that. It's going to fit right in at the Jim Henson Studios.
Yeah. I feel like she would appreciate the dress. And I think Andrew would appreciate it too.
Yeah.
The groom.
Speaking of Muppets, so they're getting married at Jim Henson Studios, which... I didn't know you could get married there, but apparently you can, which is so cool. And I went to the Muppets at the Bowl with Sabrina. I have never seen her so happy in my life. Like,
that's funny.
She was like such a little child. It was so cute. She was like, when everything happened, she was like, and just like clapping her hands and stuff. It was adorable.
Oh, she's adorable.
Yeah.
I actually have several gifts for her in my trunk that have been accumulating over the past 2 years that I just keep forgiving to give to her.
Just give them as a wedding gift.
I'm going, at her bridal shower.
Andrew doesn't need it.
Give her there's like a really pretty pair of shoes that I can't wear anymore because I'm a stupid foot. And then there's just a bunch of stuff that I was like, oh, Sabrina will like this. Sabrina will like this. And I never give it to her.
Aww.
I actually, at my wedding, I ended up giving her her birthday present. I just like left it at her seat for her when she showed up.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, she was like, I've never been to a wedding where I've gotten a gift before.
She brought my birthday gift to when I took her to the Creative Arts Emmys. She was like, I know your birthday was like 3 months ago, but this is for you.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't expecting a gift today. So exciting.
I kind of like doing that with people's gifts.
Unexpected gifts.
I wait. Like with my friend Michael, I always wait to buy his gift until the last minute. Which, by the way, Michael, if you're listening, I know you're not, but you forgot to give me a birthday gift. Just kidding. I mean, he didn't forget. He's actually just, like, really bad about that. But we send each other gifts throughout the year, so it's not like...
Yeah.
It's never... The only thing that we send consistently, like, this is a gift for this occasion, is Christmas. Mm-hmm. And we usually make the gifts. Except last year, I bought him a record, but it was Leslie Hall and Elvira. And the record was like $10 and it was really cool. It was like a bright pink record. It was beautiful. And
like the actual record was pink?
Yeah. It was neon pink and it was like translucent.
Oh, I love those.
It was cool. I was like, oh, this is better than anything I would make.
Yeah.
This year?
Yeah.
Got something up my sleeve.
Oh. Well, y'all have a lot to look forward to.
Yeah.
The rest of this year.
That kind of went off on a tangent. Sorry, guys.
2017, part 2.
Part 2.
Of SheSplain.
SheSplain.
Season 2? I don't know. We're not really doing that.
Yeah. I guess we could, the next episode could be our season 2 because we took some time off.
We could do that.
Yeah. So we just decided that, guys. Season 2, SheSplain.
And now you've got that backstage access to see how we make decisions. This is the kind of thing that you get when you just pop into our feed unexpectedly.
Just chatting away.
Access, unprecedented access to our brains. Not to our brains. That's too much. That's too far. That's a little Black Mirror.
Yeah.
When is that happening? I think they're going to Beyonce Black Mirror.
What?
Like, they're just going to drop it. Because they keep, like, they keep, like Charlie Brooker has been promoting it here and there. Like, he's been doing interviews, and then they released the episode titles, but they just haven't released a date. And I think it's just going to show up one day. And everyone's going to be like, what? Yeah. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know why that's so exciting.
I'm ready for it. I like Black Mirror. I didn't love... Okay, so I actually watched it with you, the first episode with you years ago, and I loved that episode. We watched it with Bud, and I could tell he was uncomfortable the entire time.
That's why we never watched it again together, I think, because Bud was so uncomfortable.
What? I loved that episode.
I was like, let's watch more. And the mood was not happening.
Yeah, you could tell that he was so uncomfortable. This is the episode with the pig.
The pig, yeah.
But I loved it. And, like, since then, there's at least one episode a season that I'm just like, yes, I really love this. Mm-hmm. Last season, which one was my favorite?
San Junipero.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know if that was necessarily my favorite, but I appreciated it as kind of like, I just really love what they did with it.
Yeah, it was really good. I think my favorite, it wasn't very Black Mirror. I mean, it was Black Mirror-y, but it didn't have, like, the same fuck-uppedness.
Yeah.
As they all do. He was like, the twist is gonna be that there's not an unhappy ending. And you're like, oh, okay. Cool twist. I really liked the video game one. That one kind of fucked me up.
Oh, with Kurt Russell's son.
Is that Kurt Russell's son?
Yeah. That's Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's son.
Wait. I thought Oliver... What's his name? Was their son. The guy from Nashville that fell off the roof.
Oliver.
Oh,
no. That's not. That's her son. Yes, that's her son. That's not Kurt Russell's son. Yeah.
Oh, from her previous marriage?
Yeah. That's Goldie Hawn.
Oh, he's a Hudson.
Yeah.
Too?
I think so. Yeah. He's Oliver Hudson.
Oh, yes, Oliver Hudson.
And the one in Black Mirror was Wyatt Russell.
Oh, I didn't know they had a son. I actually didn't know that she had any children by him.
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, Kate Hudson actually tells this really cute story about how they told Oliver and Kate Hudson that they were going to have a baby by, like, tricking them that Santa was bringing the baby or something like that. I don't remember the entire story, but, like, Kurt Russell was, like, on the roof pretending to be Santa. And
yeah. Very un-Santa-like.
To bring a baby? Yeah, that's not how that works.
I just meant it's Kurt Russell.
Oh. I love Kurt Russell.
He should play Santa on something.
I'd be into it.
When is Kate Hudson going to have her come back? She should do a miniseries.
She should. I think that she's great as an actress. I like her. We've worked with her a couple times, and she smokes, which is surprising.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But she's never been unpleasant.
I mean, she's definitely not as out of touch as some actresses with reality and the world. Yeah. Ugh, okay. We should probably
go to bed.
You already got your jams on, and it's so late. It's really not that late, but
it's 9:00.
We're tired because we're adults.
We're tired,
and adults are tired. That's just a defining characteristic of being an adult.
I'm a little dehydrated. I've got my Garfield jammies on.
Yeah, so jammies. So, if your favorite thing about SheSplain is us just chatting and rambling, you're welcome. Because
this is a treat for you.
A very special episode. And if you're not, just send us an email about what you do want to hear more of.
We might listen, we might not. Who knows?
Rate, review, subscribe.
Share.
Share your fave.
Win a car. SheSplain.